Hello. Have y'all thought out yet? I think we're trying to. So, the title of today is You're So Stubborn. Have you ever been told that? 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, For we walk by faith, not by sight. So, we've heard the phrase, seeing is believing, or we've heard people say, you just have to see it to believe it. And usually we hear those things being said about maybe it's that last second buzzer beater shot to win the game. Or maybe you're in the last inning, you've got 2 outs, and your batter is on their second strike, and the next pitch, they knock it out of the park and we win the game. Or that pick six that comes out of nowhere and you win the game. Those are the kinds of things we think about. Okay, well, we do because we're a sports family. I have boys that play ball, and those things just stick in my head. It won't get out. So those are the things that I think about when people say you're going to have to see it to believe it. So unlike the seeing is believing, the Bible tells us that we walk by faith and not by sight. I was looking at the story of Thomas, otherwise known as Doubting Thomas. How would you like to be stuck with that nickname the rest of your life? Doubting Thomas. Here comes Doubting Thomas. Who wants to be labeled that? So in John 20, verses 24 through 29, this is after Jesus' resurrection, and Jesus has appeared to some of the disciples, but Thomas wasn't there. So it says, But Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Jesus came. And the other disciples thereof said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. And after 8 days again his disciples were within, and Thomas was with them. Then came Jesus, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst of them, and said, Peace be unto you. Then said he to Thomas, Reach thither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach thither thy hand, and thrust into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said unto him, My Lord and my God. Jesus saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet believed. So here he is, and now he is seeing Jesus, and he has believed because he has seen. He has seen the nails scarred in his hands. He has seen it for himself. So now he believes. And I think that, he's been labeled Doubting Thomas, and he may be a little stubborn or a little hard headed. And sometimes stubbornness is a good thing, sometimes not so much. I remember back when last week or so, when people were posting their how we met Valentine's posts, and they were answering the questions. My husband said, we should answer these questions. We didn't post anything, but we got to the question that says, who is the most stubborn? We both know it's me. It's me all day long. So stubborn. And I was stubborn way before I met him. When I was younger, if there was something I didn't want to wear that my mom wanted me to wear so bad, and I just didn't, I wasn't having it. Or if there was something she wanted me to do and I'm not feeling that, no, I would dig in my heels. I would not wear, or I wouldn't do, and she would get so mad at me, and she would, oh, you're so stubborn. Yeah, I am. And it was, my stubbornness kind of paid off when I had kids, because they seemed to mind better because I was so stubborn. I remember when he was probably 2 years old, and if he wasn't getting his way, he wanted to lay on the floor, kick, scream, whatever, because he wasn't getting his way. Well, I was stubborn. I wasn't having it. Spankings didn't help. So what I did was when he started doing it, I would pick him up, take him to his room, sit him on the bed, and I told him he could not come out of his room and he could not move off that bed and he could not come out until he learned how to behave. It took only a couple of times of doing that to where he no longer pitched the little fits. Justin is a people person and he likes to be around people. He likes to be around action. He likes to be busy and playing or doing or whatever. And he hated being put in his room by himself. He hated it. Hated it. So that worked for him. Maybe that's a tip for you. I don't know. If you have one of those strong willed kids. But he quit doing that. So in this case, the stubbornness helped something. But I think in the case of Thomas, maybe not so much. And in some of my cases, not so much either, because, sometimes my stubbornness got me in trouble. So Jesus tells Thomas in verse 29, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet believed. So at this point, not a lot of people have seen Jesus. And he is telling Thomas that, you've seen me and believed, but there are other people that won't actually see me and yet they will believe. So he's talking about future believers. And so for us as Christians, faith is believing. In Romans 1:16 and 17, it says, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. So the just shall live by faith. We live our lives trusting and believing in God and what His Word tells us. We believe what He's teaching us in His Word. And, I don't want to be that doubting Thomas. I don't want to be someone that you've got to prove it to me before I believe it. If it's in His Word, that's it. There's no other proving that needs to happen. I want to be that someone that believes that His Word is all powerful, that it is sharper than any two-edged sword. His Word is it. That's all we need. And there's no need for us to doubt Him when He tells us in His Word. So I hope that you don't want to be a doubting Thomas either. I don't want to be labeled as stubborn or hard-headed, even though I am kind of stubborn in some ways. But I don't need to be stubborn or hard-headed when it comes to the Word of God. I'm not going to win that battle. It's not going to be my way or the highway. It's going to be His way or no way. So I hope that you can take this and apply it to your own life. Definitely got to apply it to mine and my stubbornness. So I hope that you have a good rest of the week. And until next time, I will see you later. Thanks, guys.